When our founding fathers were creating the government for the United States of America, they wanted to make sure that we would have a strong centralized government. However, they didn't want to put too much power in the hands of one person or a small group of people. Their solution to this was to provide us with 3 separate branches of government in the Constitution. Here is a visual representation of what that would look like. The tree trunk represents a strong central government. We have 1 executive branch, 1 legislative branch, and 1 judicial branch. Here is a picture of the White House, which represents the executive branch of government. The President of the United States manages the executive branch of government, which enforces the laws of the land. The President receives support from the Vice President, department heads, which are cabinet members, heads of independent agencies, and executive agencies. Each has its own powers and functions. The President is the leader of the country and commander-in-chief of the military. The Vice President is the President of the Senate and becomes President if the President is unable to serve. Departments. Department heads advise the President on policy issues and help execute those policies. Executive agencies make regulations to help implement laws. Independent agencies help carry out policy or provide special services. Here is a picture of the state capitol representing the legislative branch of government. The legislative branch of government has the authority to make laws for the nation. One of the most important implied powers is Congress's authority to investigate and oversee the executive branch and its agencies, such as the Department of Defense and the Department of Justice. Here is a picture of the Supreme Court, representing the judicial branch of government. The Supreme Court is made up of 9 justices. They are appointed by the President and must be approved by the Senate. Justices have their jobs for life, unless they resign, retire, or are impeached. Courts decide arguments about the meaning of laws, how they are applied, and whether they break the rules of the Constitution. A court's authority to decide constitutionality is called judicial review. This allows the court to overrule both federal and state laws when they are inconsistent with its interpretation of the Constitution. Judicial review allows the Supreme Court to be the referee in disputes between the branches of government. They are the ultimate authority for the most important issues in the country. You now have a basic understanding of how the 3 branches of government work and will be able to categorize the different features and match them to the corresponding branch.